Here's my no build series on how I went from this to this. I've kissed the face of death more times than I've ever wanted to. And because of this, I've made a choice. I want to live my life to the fullest. I want freedom. Freedom to travel, freedom to explore, freedom to live life on my own terms, freedom to be healthy, freedom to make money as I go. Since I don't know how much time I have, I'm going to make every day count. Happy lady, happy life. With yours truly, Dianna Nicole. All right, you guys, here's the next video in this series of my no-build camper. But I wanted to give you a little update, right? Today we're putting down the floors, and I'm going to show you exactly how we did that. But there's been a break in this series, and you might be wondering, like, what happened? Just to give you a quick update. I finished the bus. I was posting all of the no-build videos, and I got sick. I got diagnosed with my stomach started hemorrhaging into my esophagus, and they found a lump inside of my colon that was precancerous, and I had to have it removed. And so I stopped posting the videos, but now I'm going to be reposting them. I'm going to be posting them. But not only am I going to be telling you guys about the build, but now because it's in hindsight where the build has already been completed and sold, I'll tell you more about that later. In these episodes, I'm going to tell you what I would do again and what I wouldn't do again at the end of the video. So let's jump right into the video, and I'm going to show you back then how I put down the floors, and then after that I'm going to tell you would I do it again or would I not do it again. Stay tuned. All right, you guys see what I'm seeing? That is a hole in the bus where you can see all the way through to the ground. It's a couple of those, right? There's one right there. There's another one right there. And then there's one up front, or two up front up here. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill these in so that, let me turn this around. I'm going to go and fill these in so that when we put the floors over it, it's not a hole underneath the floors where things can come up through, like moisture and bugs. But we are going to leave one of these open. We're going to leave this one open for the water to drain out of the sink. All right, this is what I'm going to fill it in with, some dry deck spackling. So I got that, and I have my little tool. Let's go. All right, that's that. And when it's dry, it's going to lighten up. That's that. Also, while I have this spackling out, I'm going to fill in these holes by the door and the holes on the car door on the outside. Okay, you guys, so here we are. We are about to start the floors today. So first I'm going to address these tire wells. We're going to paint those gray because the flooring that we have is not really bendable to bend over those. So we're just going to paint those gray to get started. I'm going to start with this Bear Premium Chalk Paint because it can paint over anything, right? So it's going to stick to that floor nice and good. Then I'll go over it possibly with some polyurethane. All right, so I am all done painting the wheel wells gray. Jalen helped me tape the metal part. And now I'm waiting for them to dry, and I'm going to put a coat of polyurethane on them. While those are drying, I'm going to go ahead and install this seat. This is where there was one single seat when you first walk onto the bus. So let me turn around here. When you first walk onto the bus, there was one seat right there, but I want to put two seats because that's going to be the office space. So I'm going to install those seats while I'm waiting for that to dry, and then I'm going to get everything cleared out so that I can start laying the floors. All right, so I just put some tape on the floor and on the wall to mark where I have to put these bolts in to place the chair. All right, I got the base for the bolts in there. Now let's put this chair, line it up, and then let's screw it in with these bolts. Whew, that was a project. I am sweating, but these chairs are in. They're bolted over here. The seatbelt is in the way, but they're bolted in right there, and they're bolted in down there. You see that big bolt and that big bolt? So they're in. 4-seater. We got us a 4-seater now. All right, now I'm gonna clean all of the stuff off the floor, put the tread down in those trenches, and sweep them up the floors, get all of this stuff out of here, all of the tools and everything out. and prep the floor to begin to put the floors down. Then I'm going to come back and put the polyurethane over these. Then I'm going to start laying the floors. Here are the floors right here. We have some luxury vinyl plank, LVP flooring. That's what we're putting down. All right, let's go. Actually, let me change that. I'm not going to prep the floors just yet. I'm going to put all of this stuff back up on the walls. Like you see that hole? Let me see. You see that hole right there in the ceiling? That was speakers. And if you look back there, you probably can't see them, but there are holes all in the walls right there. I'm going to put all of that hardware back up on the walls so that when I put my floors, I don't have to step all over it to put those back up there. And then also, let me see. Stuff is all over the floors up here. And instead of just keep moving it and readjusting it and putting it in different places, I may as well just put it back where it belongs. So I'm gonna put up those speakers. I'm gonna put up those two metal things, that hardware. This gray thing, I'm gonna put it back up there. Just put everything back where it belongs. So let's do that. All right, those have been painted gray. And I put the coat of polyurethane on. The polyurethane is drying right now, so you see it'll be shiny and wipeable, easy to clean. We did 2 coats. And then we've pulled the tape, so the lines look pretty good next to the silver, right? Looking pretty good. And now we're going to clean all of this up. I have all of the hardware back up. See those metal things on the wall? I have the speakers back up. I have the lights back up. And so we're about to clean everything up and start putting the floors down. We're going to put this stripping back into those, I forgot what they're called. I can't think of a word right now. I'm drawing a blank. But into those metal things in the floor. Gosh, the tracks, right? The seat tracks, that's what they are. The tracks that the chairs go into. See? You can see that spray around there. I touched the bottom of that chair up a little bit with some spray paint before I put the floors down. But I'm going to fill in the tracks with these rubber pieces. And then we're going to clean all this stuff out here and we're going to start laying the floor. Okay, we just got a special delivery from UPS. I know what it is. Jalen's going to see what it is. I told him, I said, excuse me, sir, could you please just slide that in this back door right here? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what is that? A shower base? Whoa! We're gonna have some showers in this bus, y'all. Okay, so I just finished wiping down the floor of the bus, and that is the water. Ew. I am pretty sure that that is mud. That is disgusting. But, so it's not super clean, right? But it is much, much better than it was. That over there was just black. Around there, black. It still looks a little black under there, but that is paint from me spray painting. But this floor was disgusting. Rusted, dirty, nasty. Ew. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's much better. And all I can say is that I am happy that I am covering it up. And I wasn't trying to get it super clean. I was just trying to get it clean enough so that my floor will stick without coming up because there are big giant particles of dirt underneath. So let's get started over in this corner, putting this floor down. Laying down the floors. I should be done for the day, but I cannot stop the floors when I'm so close to being done. But yeah, I'm working on the floors, but just wanted to give you a little sneak peek behind the scenes because I've been making you wait for it. Right, so this is what we have going on so far, right? We've got the walls painted white. We've talked about that in the past. And then I have all of the hardware that I just put back up. Put up the hardware, the speakers, the lights are back up. And so we're working on the floors. Now, that piece that's over there that you see is kind of lifted. That one is not down yet because there's a little hole that's already in the bus. right there that you can see all the way through to the ground. And I'm going to use that hole to run the sink. So we'll talk about that more later, but that's why I haven't put that one down yet. And then if you see, there's a little bit of puckering going on right here. And also right here. And that is because this floor is not completely flat. It's because those metal tracks are under there. So I'm going to go have to reinforce those with a little bit of glue. But that's it. I'm still working over on the edge, and I'm going to fill in those pieces. And I still have a little bit to go up here and over here and up there. But yeah, okay, I'm back at it, working on the bus today, working on Pete. You guys say hi, Pete. Hi. Okay, so I am working on floors today. I started yesterday. I thought that I was going to finish. But TJ got in a car accident yesterday. He's okay. But somebody hit him from behind, and then he hit another car in front of him because of that. And so I had to lock up Pete really quick and get out of here. But today I'm going to finish the floors. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of what they're looking like right now. And I'm going to finish them up today. And then hopefully when I come back Monday, I'll put the trim around the edges and we'll be done. We'll be done with the floors. If you guys have any questions, let me know below the video and I will try to answer as many questions as I can. With the video, so now we are to the question, would I do the floors again just like that, or would I not do them again? The answer is 100% yes. I'm actually going to be doing a no build SUV soon, and then after that I'll be doing a no build van. ProMaster is what I'm looking at, and I would 100% do those luxury vinyl plank floors all over again. They were easy. They looked good, and they were the way to go. All right, if you want to see the next video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and do know that the no build SUV is coming, because we all want to find out how we can get out on the road for as cheap as possible and get this stuff done, right? And then I'll be following up with a whole lot of other interesting content, like how I'm making money on the road, how I'm making food, eating healthy, vegan on the road, how I'm maintaining healthy relationships while I'm on the road. So thank you for watching. But you know I cannot let you get out of here without telling you, listen, you're amazing. You have dignity. You look beautiful when you are happy. You are a lady. Well, unless you're not a lady. But you're still amazing. See you next time. Peace. Happy lady, happy life. With yours truly, Dianna Nicole.